Doesn't it feel so good to be where you belong, my darling? Eyes closed, head pressed gently against my chest. It's relaxing, isn't it? Wouldn't you tell me it's relaxing? I've just been so stressed and worried as of late. I really needed this. I'm glad that I have you by my side. What, what have I been worrying about? Oh, it's, nothing, nothing you need to concern yourself with, darling. All that concern is for little old me. Why, it warms my heart that you think of me so dearly that my worries would concern you so. But I'm fine. As long as we stay like this, I'll be fine. Just let me take a look at that lovely face of yours for a moment. Lift your head up for me, dear. You're so much more cooperative now than when we were first engaged. I wonder why that is. Tell me, have I angered you in some way recently? No? Then is it something someone has said? Not that either. But your eyes, my darling. There's so much emotion reflected in your eyes. Fear, confusion, determination, pain. Yet, nowadays, you hardly seem to do much of anything without my say-so. I haven't seen you smile in days. There's no reason to smile. What, what do you mean? And why do you seem different somehow? Just now, you were doing everything I asked without question. And your eyes, they didn't seem as full of life as when we first met. But now that light has returned to your eyes. Did you not notice? You seem to have been going through your daily activities in a sort of daze, almost as if you were a puppet being strung along. But enough about that. Your light is back, and I must know. What did you mean when you said there was no reason to smile? Because you have something you want to tell me. What is it? I'll listen. I'll listen to whatever it is you have to say. You feel like you've been tricked by me. Is this about the whole name stealing thing? I told you before that's not really something I can control. It just sort of happens. Like it's just m- my control over you. I told you I wouldn't use that. Not unless I absolutely needed to, and I haven't. Unless it's my possession of your name itself that has been causing you to act so strangely. You really haven't seemed yourself these past several days, and everyone else too. I don't remember the last time anyone besides me has spoken to you. No, it isn't because I've been keeping you to myself. It, even when we're together, it seems people only see me. It's almost like they don't even see you anymore. Which would be my own worst nightmare, because I couldn't imagine you being right there and just seeing past you as if you were a ghost. Haven't you noticed it? Oh, I suppose it would have been difficult for you to notice if you had also been in a daze. It hurts me to see you like this, darling. Is there anything I can do to cure you of this affliction? I don't know how to do that. I'm sorry. I just, I'm just so lost with how any of this works. If I could just give it back to you, No, I don't even know if I'll be able to part with something that precious. It's the only thing keeping you by my side, and I can't give that up. I can't give you up, my darling. If I knew how to fix this, I would. This isn't how I wanted it to be. What did I want? I I imagined I wanted the same as you. To choose whoever I wished to marry me without the courting traditions. Surely, as the royal heir of this kingdom, you understand the sentiment. I love you so much, darling. I don't want to lose you, and I don't want you to lose yourself. Not because of me or anybody else. I'd much rather you remain the same as the day I first fell in love with you. So, I better start making preparations to return home. What do I mean? Well, the way I see it, there's no other way for us to get the information we need on how to fix what I've done unless I take you to the realm in which I reside in. In the company of the Fae, you will be looked after, even if some do not seem keen on your presence, because you are the person I have chosen to marry, and they will respect that. Huh? Would you still be able to return home? What's about that on? You heard that after we get married, you might not be able to return to the human realm. Well, that is true, but we haven't married yet. For the most part, your ability to return home will depend on you. If you have any readings on my people at all, it's best to heed whatever warnings you find in there. I don't expect to stay for very long, but I refuse to let anyone stake a claim on you. And since it appears that I may have some influence over you unintentionally, I worry that you'll get yourself in a daze and end up stuck there. It's complicated. I do want you to be there so we can live together, but I don't want any of that until we actually get married. You, you want to talk about our upcoming marriage? Okay, what about it? You don't know if you can go through with the marriage. Why? Is there something wrong with our relationship that you aren't telling me about? Because I could fix any problem. Whatever doubts you're having about us, just tell me. I can make them all go away. Start over? But why ever would we need to start over? Are things not perfect as they are? I have you, and you have me. Do we really need anything else? Oh, you. you would still want to stay with me. You just feel that our meeting wasn't to your taste. I suppose it's not the most interesting or heartfelt story in the world, was it? But we can start over if you want, just as long as that means that you're still mine. But I don't believe there's much I can do about the name thing. If I'm being honest, I've never taken a name before now, and from my understanding, all of the factions handle the matter a little differently. Well, we've never had to give a name back before, to my knowledge, and even now, I don't want to give it back. It's such a lovely name, and it keeps you by my side. I just want you to be the person you were before. And I want people here to be able to treat you with the respect you deserve. So, I guess I have to get to the bottom of this. Yes, you really do have to come with me. You don't really think I'm going to leave you here when I can't see you, do you? I need to be able to see to it that you aren't getting into any trouble. Not without me, anyway. Now, how about we get back to what we were doing earlier, darling? It feels so good to hold you in my arms, darling. I wouldn't trade this for the world. Rest well, dear. We've got quite a trip to plan.